This brother right here is in the Bible of the 25th dynasty, the Nubian brother named Taharka. Taharka, like many of the Nubian brothers, they had to many times come in and save Egypt from the invaders. At this time, this brother had to come and save his own African Hebrew brothers from the Assyrians, as it tells us in Kings in the Bible. And when he heard say of Taharka, king of Ethiopia, behold, he has come out to fight against thee, he sent messengers again to Ezekiel, saying, thus shall ye speak to Ezekiel, king of Judah, saying, let not thy God in whom thou truth deceive thee, saying, Jerusalem shall not be delivered into the hands of the Assyrians. So here we see Taharka saving his own African Hebrew brothers from annihilation of the Assyrians. He didn't wonder and say, well, they're Hebrews, I'm not going to save them. He saw that they were Africans, so he went out to save them. That's an account that we need to get back to today, because although we may be Muslims, although we may be Christians, we may be Hebrew, we're all Africans, and that's why they kill us, as Malcolm told us. Let's go on, brothers and sisters. These were the African Hebrews that Taharka was saving around 650 BC, clearly showing what they looked like back then. Portraits of the black Judeans from the southern Canaan around 650 BC. You'll see there's two Israels. There's the southern part, which is Judah. The northern part is Israel. That's why we're always in the south. South Philly, south side Chicago, south central LA. That's why we know there were black people here. All right? We're always in the south. Even Kemet, we came up out of the south. Ta-Nehisi, the south. Goes back 26,000 years. So Judah was also in the south. Taharka let some of the Hebrews stay on this island right here. This is called Yeba Island, or Elephantine. This is how some of these brothers ended up into Ethiopia. He let them stay here to save them from annihilation from the Assyrians.
There is no Europe at this juncture in history. We're talking about Western Asian people. At this juncture, what you call the Middle East, that I call Western Asia, was Northwest Africa. And this is documented in a book called When Egypt Ruled the East. All of those Mediterranean mulattoes and Indo-Europeans who would drift down to this area later wasn't there at this time in history. We are not arguing about the color of that vast number of people, because the only semi-European people, and they were mixed, were the Romans and the Greeks. Now, after the Romans destroyed the last temple of the people of the Hebrew faith, 70 A.D., now you got to watch it. You've got to study the migration patterns of the world. Where did those Western Asian people go? I see no migration pattern that took them into Europe. I do see a migration pattern that took a large number of them into inner West Africa, where a large number of people of the Hebrew faith lived in ancient Ghana, lived in peace.
Here comes Canaan. Let me just give you a little piece, then I'm going to get back to the reading piece. Because I'll tell you I'm going to take a little time if y'all don't mind. There's a people that live in Ghana. They live in the capital city called Accra. These people call themselves Ga Adangbe, Ga Ablade. They said that they are the Canaanites. And they got ran out of their land by some folks called the Israelites. Ain't that deep? Because we got folks running around saying they're black Israelites. But now these black folks say they're the Canaanites. Now when you read the Bible, their text, the Torah, it tells you the Canaanites were black people. And here these black folks that say that they sojourn out of there when this invasion comes. So then you must then raise a fundamental question, then who was the Hebrew Israelites? And are they who we think we are?
In early history, it wasn't belonged to the Arabs either.
Yeah. All right.
It was an African country.
Yeah.
The Arabs didn't get there in any appreciable number till about 1600 AD.